Ma'alolele, Nisa Polivinaka, and warm Pacific greetings to you all. My name is Eteroa, and this is Tautai Tech Skills Series, a series where we talk about all topics about tech.
Technology.
Today we're going to talk about software development lifecycle. What is SDLC?
What does it mean?
Software development lifecycle, or aka SDLC, refers to a set of stages that clearly define the cycle of software development. In detail, the SDLC methodology focuses on the following phases for software development. Number 1, planning. Number 2, analysis. Number 3, design. Number 4, implementation. And number 5, maintenance. Picture this. The church has asked us to build them a church app that covers messages or songs that need to be sung on Sunday, notices, and also when the next tour night is going to be. So let's see how SDLC can help us build this church app.
All right, time to plan.
Planning is the golden ticket in creating, especially in software. And there are a few things that we want to plan out before we get started into the build of this app. So let's go through each of them so that you kind of understand what is involved in the planning stage. Number 1, requirements. Requirements are things we want and also need for the app. So for example, in the church app, it is important that we add the messages, and not just any messages, but all messages or songs to be stored in the app so that when it's time to sing the songs in church, it is easy to find. That is called a requirement because it is required for this app to be functionable. Number 2, stakeholders. Stakeholders are people who are interested in the app, but also are the funders. Now, anyone can be a stakeholder for the app, but for the sake of the story, the stakeholder could be the pastor or someone from the congregation. Number 3, use case. Use case tell us how the users or the system will interact with the app. And last but not least, risks. Risk could be anything that can affect the completion of this amazing app you're trying to build. So it's important that when you have your planning, it's important that you actually fit in risks so that when it does come in the future or even after, you are ready and prepared to get rid of that risk.
Look, analysis.
We want to make sure that everything that we've done in planning is validated, and we want to double check. So this is where analysis comes in. So we have to make sure that everything we do is double checked so that when it's time to build, we got everything sorted.
We appreciate your feedback.
We double check the following: our business requirements and our stakeholders, just to make sure we're all on the same page before we get into the next stuff.
Design.
Design is the exciting and fun stuff. This is where you get to see your vision come alive.
It's alive! It's alive!
So let's go through what happens in design. So in design, there's the initial plan of the software and the system. So these could be wireframes or mock-ups. So in design, we use wireframes and mock-ups so that we can actually see a visual of what you're going to build. This itself also supports our designers so that they can create a very seamless approach for the users so that when they use the app, the design supports them in navigating and fighting things such as the busy. Implementation, or aka the build. We'll now have our developer take the requirements that you've stated before and use those requirements to build the app. Once the developer has completed the build, we then go into the testing phase. Now there are many types of tests, but we're going to focus on these two. The number 1 is unit and system testing. This type of testing is where we come in and test the actual functionality and the technical part of the app. It's important so that we can see bugs, we can see if something's not processing, we can see other things before we go live. Number 2 is unit acceptance testing. This type of testing is where you can get either the church or the pastor or anyone to sit down and go through the system and tell them how they are with the whole journey. Is it seamless? Is it rough? Is there things that should be done better? Is wording incorrect? Is something confusing? These are the questions we like to ask, especially in user testing, and I'll tell you, every user has always got something to say. And last and not least, we have Go Live. Go Live is when all your testing is completed, you can see that there are no bugs, or if not, some bugs, but they're not damaging, will then get ready to go live or deploy. Now, when it goes live, this means it will go into the hands of our pastor and congregation as they use it for their first service.
Testing. Ah!
Maintenance is an ongoing part of software development. Now, maintenance is when it's a stage of looking after and taking care of the app so that in the future it will continue to run smoothly. So in maintenance, it has stuff like IT support, updates, or even integrations to come and support or even run things faster for the existing app.
Take 5, everybody. Break time.
And that's it. That is how SDLC can help us build the church app. And not just for apps, but for all softwares. It's important to know that in industry, if you understand SDLC and understand how the whole process is, you'll be able to have this transferable skill in any other tech company. So, thanks for joining me on learning about SDLC. If you like this video, give us a like, or if you have any questions, feel free to add in the comments below and we'll try our best to get back to you. So until next time, tō whāsoi fua, ma ia manuia.